Okay, we're live. What up? Let me share this with y'all. All right. Because I'm going live, but nobody knows that I'm going live unless y'all see this. All right. Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay. My computer's here, my camera's here, so I might be looking over here, but yeah. Talks. And it's so funny. As I think, I'm sitting here with a fresh bowl packed in front of me, and I'm definitely gonna hate it. This is so funny. But I kind of just gave myself that with weed. I kind of just gave myself that. Like, there's a reason why people are in Alcoholics Anonymous and still smoke cigarettes and still smoke weed. But I've been just noticing my addictions coming up one by one, and getting neutralized. I've been able to see where my nervous system responds to those addictions and like how they've been serving me and why I've been using them. And some of the addictions are like other people, codependency, like giving of self to others. Like, because when it comes to like the typical addictions, like alcohol is not a problem for me. I don't have an alcohol problem. I can take it or leave it. I barely ever drink. And usually when I do drink, it's ceremonial for me. Weed, I love smoking weed, and I'm really happy because I just realized last night that like I can smoke weed when I want to smoke weed, and I don't have a problem with it. I have some times where I need to go off of it for clarity or whatever. And like I told you guys, like I've had this thing for years where Spirit was telling me to quit smoking weed, reduce my dependency on it. And I have. That sounds like a lie. I have reduced my dependency on it. I know that I can quit if I need to. And I can abstain, because it's really important right now to be able to abstain from whatever type of substances you use, because that's a really easy way for a society to control you and for like who to control you. They can put whatever they want in your drugs, and now all this fentanyl laced drugs and things that's been going on, you guys already know, like we have to be hyper vigilant towards tactics of genocide and allow ourselves the space to heal thoroughly without relying on tactics that could be used against us later. So yes, I'm gonna smoke my weed, and also know that if it comes a time where I can't get no trees except for from a source that I don't trust, I'm not going to be so physically dependent on getting high to where I will rather put my life at risk getting drugs that I can't trust just because I need to get high. So this is what I'm saying to you guys. There's just so many things that I've been attacked for saying over the years, and have people get so upset and mad with me for saying over the years. And all of it has come true, and it has come to pass, and it has been really a reflection of those people's inability to like open their mind and accept harsh truths and things that they don't want to accept. Relationships and friendships have really been transforming, and it's been so good because, like I said, like I'm leaving that codependency addiction behind. So the ways that I used to use other people to turn away from myself, or focus on somebody else's dreams more so than my own dreams, or give to somebody else when I couldn't really afford it, those days are over. And the energy has been like slowly leaving me. It was a really poignant experience when I had some friends come over, and we were all charging our phones off of my van battery, and the van had just got running. Like it just got back running, and because we did that, we drained the battery, and so now it won't start and it won't even take a jump. I have to like probably get the battery replaced or at least get it tested. But it was just a really poignant moment of showing me like how important it really is to keep your energy reserves and to like be careful and manage energy and not overextend yourself. Even the littlest overextending. And then the thing too about that is once you overextend yourself, people expect. This was a very interesting experience. A very interesting experience. So if you still, people that stayed solid through this experience, there are few and far between. But it's like really good to know, like how people react under pressure and how they handle it and what they're gonna do with it. Like pressure is my happy place, or at least my comfort zone, basically. Even though it's not comfortable, but it's more comfortable to me than like just feeling comfortable. So I can't believe it's day 33. I do feel so good. And I've been making some changes, but I'm trying to understand like exactly how everything is going to unfold. So I've basically just been taking it one day at a time and just doing what's right in front of me for that day. And then continuing on to the next thing so that I don't get stuck. And I don't get too confused with all the different big picture details plus small details that I'm holding in my mind. I'm really ready to do a rebrand, but I feel like I'm not. It's like really interesting. I'm having a new persona emerging, while at the same time as Amira is still my existing persona, and she's not going anywhere. Like these multiple personas are coexisting together, but I haven't introduced the other persona yet, and I think that I'm still just. I think I'm still integrating her within me. But I love she's amazing, and she's reincarnated from my fifth grade grandmother, who was cousins with Mary Magdalene, and this is who I channeled these healing systems from. I just have been reflecting on between this time this year, between this time last year, and how much has changed and how much I've grown as a healer and an organizer and a supporter and a Reiki mother. My teachings are working on me, you guys. They're working on me. So I think that a lot of people have really gotten confused with my trajectory and been unable to keep up, which is like I sort of sense that I was moving in like a zigzag fashion, um, so that I could evade capture. Basically, like I've been needing this space and this freedom to explore and express. And so it might look all crazy and wild and it is disorganized and all over the place to some people who are trying to make sense of it, but it's been what I needed it to be for me. And now I've just been noticing ways I run away from myself and run away from my destiny. And anytime that I like try to like leave ownership of myself alone or give it to somebody else, it's more glaring examples come forward that shows me like why this is my work to do. um because for example with Heaven on Earth, we've been in this expansion phase for over the past year. A lot of people have dropped off, gotten impatient, and just, mad that it was taking too long or whatever. They weren't getting what they needed or wanted out of it. And so, like, it's just so great that I've learned these lessons and I've seen these energies and I've seen these characters and these archetypes play out so I can really easily recognize them. And, whereas codependency might have had me like basically hustling for my worth or trying to get validation through trying to please people who will like never be able to be pleased with me and like barely could accept me as like, they can barely accept my existence. So you just gotta know that it's like people are projecting nonstop, people are surviving nonstop, they're dealing with their simulated reality. So knowing that, like, it's like I see a lot of people get upset about losing friends and stuff like that, and I know that that is too clear space. I know I feel upset like that sometimes too. I feel upset when I get rejected or people don't want to hang with me or invite me places. But like a lot of times, like, and it's like, why would you want to deprive yourself of me? That makes no sense. But a lot of times, that space is clearing because you can't have all these people up in your face while your blessings are pouring in. Like, they will be jealous, they will be haters, they'll try to say this and say that, and you just won't even have the time. Like, you just won't even have the time. So one of the things that I've really been noticing is my addiction to complaining and letting go of my addiction to complaining. And I've just been stopping myself mid sentence, like when I'm about to like go off about something or complain about something. I'm just like, actually, you know what? This ain't even it, because I'm happy, and I'm not gonna sit here and try to find reasons not to be happy, of reasons why I could need to complain about shit. And also, like, 99% of people don't give a fuck what you're saying anyway. So make sure you complain to the person that actually gives a fuck. And I see so much stuff on the internet about narcissists, empaths, relationship dynamics, all these different things. But what I really feel from a lot of that stuff is just taking ownership of your own life. Like, just refusing to be a victim and refusing to blame others, letting your life be your life without trying to, make excuses and apologize. I'm not willing to make any excuses anymore. And when I tell you guys, I literally used to get up every day and just like sit in my bed and be depressed for most of the day and think negative, toxic thoughts and like wonder like who's hating me now and who's gonna, be on some bullshit with me now and all this stuff. And it's like your brain really gets trained into that type of like a flow chart with that. You don't need that. And it's like you have to stop yourself and you have to give yourself something else to do and something else to think about. And you gotta, it doesn't always work to be all love and light, happy, positive affirmation. Sometimes you gotta be like, this is such bullshit. Like, I'm about to get so healthy and nobody's gonna want to be around me anymore. Like, this fucking sucks. Like, you have to like put yourself on the vibration that you're used to, but that is manifesting. Like, and just giving yourself that fucking freedom to say this fucking sucks. Like, this shit hurts. I can't get everything that I prayed for if I don't make some space. And I might not be willing to clear the space myself. So other people might have to do that shit for me. And I've noticed that so many times with falling outs that I've had with people, they like so often they had already demonstrated like exponentially like the ways that they could not be trusted, and that they could not see me or hold me in my totality, or that they were really going to let their own projections and simulated reality like supersede any positive interactions that they could have with me. So then me, it's like you think that you're just being accepting and you just accept others and you love others, but you gotta have standards, baby girl. You gotta have standards for how you allow people to act towards you, because if you keep forgetting and forgiving, then they're just going to keep doing the same exact shit. But we also have to manage our own expectations and not manifest bullshit and not project so hard onto other people what we expect from them that we just end up getting it. And it's like, you're not going to be happy. Like, you spent the whole time being unhappy because you expect this person to treat you this way, and then they finally do treat you that way and you're still not happy. But you could have just stopped yourself from the beginning and said, I won't project this. I reject this thought. As you get more telepathic and especially more clairaudient, there's always going to be shit popping into your head. You got to clear it. Like, you just got to say, like, no, I don't accept this. I'm not listening to this. I'm not engaging this. This is not me. This can go. And not identifying with those thought forms, because they'll stick in your aura if you do. The stuff that I've learned, like, it's so wild to me, because I do feel like there's like a part of me, right, that feels really strongly like, oh, people don't take me seriously because you know, I look how I look, or I have a big booty or whatever. People don't think that they can learn from me. They don't understand how powerful I am and what my healing does. And it's like, but they don't have to though. They're not going to. And that's the thing, that this is for who it's for. And I feel like a lot of people, I like, I'm sensitive to criticism and I hear it even when nobody says the shit. But I feel like a lot of people were like, bitch, how did this bitch, this traumatized ass bitch that is obviously not healed, you know, because people love to throw around that like somebody else is not healed enough to be a healer. But clearly doing, bitch, I'm doing better than you know, just like, I'm just playing. But people love to throw that around. But I'm like, you know why shit resonated with other bitches who felt the same way as me, who felt like victims and who felt powerless and who felt like this and that. But now we're upgrading. And so all that same stuff, I'm about to get more real with you guys and just really say what it is, because I can't keep tiptoeing around people's feelings when this apocalypse is well underway, and we need to survive. Like, it's some of us that are not supposed to go nowhere. We're supposed to be here to anchor in the new generation, and we're supposed to be here to bring through children that are not born yet, as well as support the children who already are born. And I just really wanted to update you guys on my progress. I feel amazing. I have been, see, it's like, people don't understand. They think you're just supposed to do a bunch of stuff. I have been doing things, but it's mostly about my mindset. I've just been checking my mindset. Like, I have been refusing to let myself get sucked into negativity and depressed thinking. I'm healing my depression. I'm healing from depression. If I went and told y'all everything, like, I literally, sometimes I get annoyed when I hear other, okay, I'm sorry, but this is stupid, but I get annoyed sometimes when I hear other people talk about downloads and things and epiphanies and, you know, spirit work and things that they do sometimes, because I'm just like, you guys, this is like constantly happening to me all the time. I don't always take the time to slow down and talk about it. I don't usually tell anybody about a lot of the stuff that I go through, except my best friend. And I don't even take enough time to like really journal the amazing things. But one of the things that I'm doing is I have a special book, and in the book I'm collecting the medicine for my lineage. So it starts with a story of my birth, how my parents met and how they had me, and my family tree. And then I'm going to go in deeper into different ancestors that are important to me. And I'm going to catalog herbs that I use for different things, and sacred medicines that I use in order to have this be a legacy that I can pass down to my future generations. And I'm really preparing, like, I feel like I'm still traumatized from this hurricane experience, because I noticed myself like stocking up on non-perishables and things at the grocery store. And I don't, if you know, like, none of you guys know this, but I usually typically like get my groceries for that day or the next couple days, and then like go shopping again when I need stuff. I don't usually stock up. But I'm just, you know, I have solar panels and charcoal for purifying drinking water in my Amazon cart right now, along with a whole bunch of tarot decks. And I'm not gonna get the tarot decks right now, but I am gonna get the tarot decks right now, but I am gonna get that other stuff. I'm just basically really trying to balance my finances, having this experience of doing this fundraiser while asking for help and needing help myself, but also wanting to be able to help others, and put in support. And then simultaneously, like, it's like seeing so much of the ugly shit that people were saying to each other, and just the divisiveness and relational aggression was really hard. That was really hard. But it was a really good feeling to see how people showed out and made sure that I wasn't going without, and that I, you know, if I had needs, they were met. And then because of that, even though we didn't get as many donations as I wanted for our healers fund, I was able to, like, you know, plan on the 20th through the 22nd being here. A lot of people are flying in the 19th and then leaving on the 23rd. Not a lot of people, but the people that are coming. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to check in with you guys. I know that I'm really interactive. I give you guys a lot, and it's not like everybody can keep up with everything, but I trust that you get the messages that you're supposed to receive and tune in for the things that are going to be most resonant for you and most beneficial for you. Peace, healers. And, we got 7 more days, so let's get it.